Sean P. Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with success. From music to fashion, he built an empire. His charisma was infectious, his drive unmatched. He was an icon, a symbol of achieving the American dream. Diddy's rise to fame began in the music industry. He founded Bad Boy Records. The label launched the careers of some of the biggest names in hip-hop, the notorious Big Mary J. Blige. He wasn't just making music, he was shaping culture. But Diddy's ambition didn't stop there. He expanded into fashion with his Sean John clothing line. He created a fragrance empire. He even ventured into the culinary world. Everything he touched seemed to turn to gold. He wasn't just a celebrity, he was a mogul. The year was 2024. The city, Manhattan. News broke that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Sean P. Diddy Combs was arrested. The charges against him were serious. His carefully crafted image began to crumble. Diddy was no stranger to controversy. He had faced legal battles before, but this time felt different. The charges were numerous, the details shocking. The world watched as the mogul's life unraveled. He was incarcerated at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, a stark contrast to his lavish lifestyle. The man who once seemed invincible was now just another inmate. The indictment against Sean P. Diddy Combs was lengthy, 14 pages detailing a series of alleged crimes. The charges were complex, ranging from financial misconduct to assault. The accusations painted a picture far different from the public image Diddy had cultivated. One of the most serious charges was tax evasion. Prosecutors alleged that Diddy had failed to pay millions of dollars in taxes over several years. This was a serious offense, one that could carry a hefty prison sentence. The government claimed Diddy had used his wealth and influence to avoid paying his fair share. Another charge was assault. The details were murky, but reports suggested an altercation at a nightclub. The indictment sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn was a far cry from the luxurious world Diddy was accustomed to. The facility was known for its harsh conditions and overcrowded cells. Gone were the private chefs and lavish amenities. Diddy was now subject to the strict rules and regulations of prison life. His days were regimented. Wake-up calls, mealtimes, and lights out were all dictated by the prison schedule. Privacy was non-existent. He shared a cramped cell with other inmates, a stark contrast to his sprawling mansions. The weight of his situation began to set in. The once bustling entrepreneur was now confined to a small concrete cell. The walls seemed to close in, a constant reminder of his fall from grace. The sounds of the prison echoed around him, the clanging of bars, the shouts of inmates, the footsteps of guards. He was alone with his thoughts, left to confront the consequences of his alleged actions. As news of Diddy's arrest spread, many expected an outpouring of support from his famous friends. After all, Diddy was known for his vast network of celebrity connections. He had rubbed shoulders with the biggest names in music, film, and fashion. But as the days turned into weeks, a deafening silence fell. Celebrities who had once been eager to be seen with Diddy were now conspicuously absent. Social media feeds that were once filled with photos of lavish parties and red carpet events were now devoid of any mention of the fallen mogul. It was as if Diddy had become persona non grata overnight. The silence was deafening. Some speculated that Diddy's friends were afraid of being associated with his legal troubles. The lack of public support from his celebrity circle was both surprising and telling. The silence from Diddy's famous friends was deafening, a stark contrast to the constant buzz that usually surrounded him. This was a man who could fill a room with A-listers, who commanded attention at every event, whose phone contacts read like a who's who of Hollywood. Yet, in his hour of need, the spotlight was glaringly empty. Social media, once a platform for Diddy and his entourage to showcase their glamorous lives, was now a barren landscape when it came to his legal woes. Gone were the effusive birthday tributes, the collaborative project announcements, the shared memories of extravagant vacations. The silence echoed louder with each passing day. The entertainment industry, often quick to celebrate success, and even quicker to dissect failures, seemed to hold its breath. Was this silence a form of condemnation, a strategic maneuver, or simply a reflection of the shock and disbelief that rippled through the industry? Evan Nierman, CEO of Red Banyan, a renowned crisis PR firm, wasn't surprised by the lack of public support for Diddy. With years of experience navigating the treacherous waters of celebrity crises, Nierman understood the delicate dance between loyalty, public perception, and self-preservation that was at play. In situations like these, Nierman explained, celebrities often find themselves walking a tightrope. On one hand, there's a desire to show support for their friend and colleague. On the other, there's the very real concern of tarnishing their own reputations by being associated with someone facing serious legal charges. Silence, he asserted, can be a powerful tool in these situations. It allows celebrities to distance themselves from the controversy without directly condemning their friend. In the age of social media, where every action or inaction is scrutinized and amplified, silence could be the safest and most effective strategy. Nierman stressed the importance of distance in these scenarios. Celebrities, he argued, operate within a system of perceived social proximity. The closer their public association with the individual in crisis, the greater the risk to their own image. For those who have collaborated with Diddy, shared a stage with him, or built brands together, the instinct might be to reach out privately, to offer support behind the scenes, Nierman explained. Public declarations, however, are a different matter entirely. They carry a weight of endorsement, a tacit approval that could backfire if the situation worsens. This distance, Nierman argued, wasn't necessarily a sign of a broken friendship or a lack of empathy. It was, in many ways, a survival tactic in the cutthroat world of celebrity. The court of public opinion can be swift and unforgiving, he cautioned. Protecting that image, even if it meant temporary silence, was often seen as a necessary business decision. The silence surrounding Diddy's legal troubles, therefore, wasn't simply an oversight or a lapse in judgment. It was a calculated strategy, a carefully orchestrated response to a complex and potentially damaging situation. It highlighted the intricate web of public relations, personal relationships, and self-preservation that celebrities navigate. Nierman emphasized that this silence wasn't necessarily permanent. As the legal proceedings unfolded, some celebrities might feel more comfortable offering their perspectives or expressing support. However, in the immediate aftermath of the arrest, silence offered the greatest protection. It's a high-stakes game of chess, where every move is analyzed, every word weighed, and every silence speaks volumes. Sean P. Diddy Combs, over his decades-long career, had cultivated a network of friends and collaborators that read like a who's who of the entertainment and business elite. From music icons like Jay-Z and Beyoncé to fashion powerhouses like Naomi Campbell, his circle extended far and wide, encompassing actors, athletes, and even political figures. His annual 4th of July parties were legendary, documented in countless glossy magazine spreads and social media posts, showcasing the sheer magnetism of Diddy's world. To be in his orbit was to be touched by a certain kind of magic, a blend of charisma, ambition, and undeniable success that drew people in. He wasn't just a celebrity, he was a connector, a bridge between worlds. This vast and influential network, however, seemed to recede into the shadows as his legal troubles came to light. Section 2. The Price of Association. Evan Nierman's insights into the dynamics of celebrity silence shed light on the complex calculus at play. For those within Diddy's inner circle, the decision to remain silent wasn't simply about avoiding negative press, it was about protecting their own carefully cultivated brands. In the world of celebrity, association is everything, Nierman explained. Every public appearance, every social media post, every endorsement deal contributes to the image a celebrity projects, and by extension, the value they hold in the marketplace. To publicly align oneself with Diddy at this juncture, even with a simple message of support, could be interpreted as condoning his alleged actions, a risk many were unwilling to take. The potential damage to their own reputations, their brand partnerships, and their future earning potential was simply too great a price to pay. Section 3. Navigating the moral maze. The silence surrounding Diddy's legal situation also highlighted the moral tightrope celebrities often find themselves walking. On one hand, there's the pull of loyalty, the desire to stand by a friend in need, regardless of the circumstances. On the other hand, there's the weight of public perception, the understanding that any action or inaction will be scrutinized and dissected. This internal conflict, Nierman argued, was often at the heart of celebrity silence. Sometimes it's about grappling with the complexities of a situation, of trying to reconcile personal feelings with public image, and ultimately, of choosing self-preservation in a world that often demands it. The decision to remain silent, therefore, wasn't always an easy one, nor was it necessarily a reflection of one's true feelings. Section 4. Silence as self-preservation. In the high-stakes world of celebrity, where image is currency and reputation is paramount, silence can often be the most effective form of self-preservation. It allows individuals to distance themselves from controversy, to avoid fueling the flames of public scrutiny, and to protect their own carefully constructed narratives. While fans and critics might clamor for public declarations of support or condemnation, the reality is that silence in these situations is often the most strategic and least risky course of action. It allows celebrities to weather the storm without jeopardizing their own standing, and to emerge relatively unscathed when the dust settles. It's about understanding the rules of the game, the power dynamics at play, and the importance of protecting one's own interests in an industry where loyalty can be fleeting and reputation is everything. The silence surrounding Diddy's legal troubles underscored the relentless and often unforgiving nature of the public eye. In the age of social media, where news travels at lightning speed and opinions are formed in an instant, celebrities are under constant surveillance, their every move analyzed and judged. This constant scrutiny creates a climate of fear, where any misstep, any perceived flaw, can be magnified and weaponized, leading to public shaming, career setbacks, and irreparable damage to one's reputation. The pressure to maintain a flawless public persona, to conform to the idealized images projected onto them, can be suffocating. The public eye, with its ever-shifting moral compass and insatiable appetite for gossip, leaves little room for nuance, compassion, or understanding. In this environment, silence becomes a shield, a way to deflect criticism, to control the narrative, and to protect oneself from the harsh realities of living life under a microscope. Diddy's situation served as a stark reminder of the ephemeral nature of fame. One day, you're on top of the world, surrounded by admirers, your name synonymous with success. The next, you're facing serious allegations, your inner circle shrinking, your legacy hanging in the balance. The entertainment industry, built on a foundation of fleeting trends and fickle public tastes, is notorious for its short memory and its willingness to discard those who fall from grace. Yesterday's icons can quickly become today's cautionary tales, their accomplishments overshadowed by scandal and their legacies tarnished by bad judgment. This realization, that fame is a fickle mistress, often fuels the strategic silence surrounding celebrity scandals. Friendships, once forged in the crucible of shared success, can quickly dissolve when faced with the threat of guilt by association. The fear of being tainted by another's downfall, of having one's own carefully constructed narrative unravel, can outweigh even the deepest bonds of loyalty. As Diddy navigated the legal system, a larger question loomed: what would become of his legacy? Would he be remembered for his entrepreneurial spirit, his musical contributions, his philanthropic endeavors? Or would his accomplishments be overshadowed by the allegations against him? The choices he made and the way he navigated public opinion would determine his legacy. Only time would tell how this chapter in Diddy's life would unfold. Sean P. Diddy Combs' legal troubles serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of fame. The man who once seemed invincible found himself alone, facing serious charges, his image crumbling before the public eye. The silence from his peers highlighted the fickle nature of fame and fortune. True friendships are tested when scandal strikes. Diddy's story is a cautionary tale, reminding us that success can be fleeting. The higher you climb, the further you have to fall. As the legal proceedings unfold, many questions linger. Will Sean P. Diddy Combs emerge unscathed, his empire secure? Or will these troubles tarnish his legacy? Will his friends rally to his side, or will they distance themselves? How will Diddy navigate this chapter? Only time will tell.